Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. So today is just a slow let's play where I'm going to be building up a skyscraper. Not really a skyscraper, it's just going to be a small building, probably about the same height as this, because they are big buildings, but these are skyscrapers and these are more just nicer houses. They're only 4 stories tall, but that one's like 3, which I'm not sure if I've shown it yet. I have added interiors to this part so that from the outside it does kind of look like it's not hollow, but then on the actual inside part there are just farms down there with a little bit of walls. And then you can also like go inside here and you got like this nice little PvP arena thing, which it's just for PvP and fighting, but I themed it to look like Capture the Flag just so it's more interesting to look at, but it's really just for fighting. Now one thing I want to show is my textures, because you may notice like the sword, all this stuff is a little bit smaller than normal, and that is basically just because I got these cool color changing lights and they go off of what's on the edges of my screen. And so back when I had the large textures, that like this axe and the totem would always be on the edges of the screen and like make the light just always be like orange and purple and stuff like that, and you don't really want that. And so I got a smaller texture pack so that now the lights show what's right here instead of showing just a bunch of purple, and they look really cool. I'm probably gonna make a video on that in a little bit too. I'm not sure if this video or that video is gonna come out first, but this one's being recorded first. Let's see here. I've already gone ahead and got a decent bit of materials, trying to get ahead on this. So this is like the first layer. I have an image pulled up. I'm using this one guy, the same guy that I watched for these two, to build the base up, because I didn't know how to start the base of a skyscraper. I keep on saying skyscraper, just like nice little buildings here. And he always does a really good job. He has like this huge Let's Play series where he just goes through and builds a city. And he's a really cool YouTuber. It's a bit slow paced, kind of like this one's gonna be slow paced, but I honestly like those almost better. And some people do, some people don't. Oh, another cool thing, quartz. See how like these are quartz pillars and these are the like chiseled ones. I got this texture pack, so when it's in your inventory, it's a lot easier to tell the difference between the two. But then they look the same when you place them, so that it doesn't like actually throw off your build's look. It's just so that you can tell the difference when you're like sorting through stuff. What's quartz pillar? What's quartz smooth quartz? What's regular quartz? All that stuff. It's just 10 times better this way. So what I'm thinking now, I only have like a single screenshot I'm going off of, so it's not exactly the easiest. I'm probably gonna make a little bit different. I'm gonna make it my own. I think I'm gonna go across here, and then he has stuff like this here, like those little covering parts. But I don't think I'm going to add that to mine, or not in the same way as he did. Oh yeah, here's another one. See, like there's like the lines are like really defined, but then when you actually place it, it's just nice and kind of muted colors. It helps so much. But if you build a lot, you understand. If you don't build, I mean, it doesn't affect you too much. It's just, that's something cool if you do build and you struggle with that. Yeah, honestly, I really don't mind where this is going. I think it's cool. Just I need to fill in the space here anyways. It's probably going to be about like a 2-story building, like in comparison to that second story will be where it cuts off, or maybe like a one like tall, just like one thing like over there, how if it just cut off at that line, there's just 1 story tall. Let's see, which I collected a lot of these materials last night when I should have been sleeping, so I've gone a decent bit ahead. My thoughts, what do I have space for? 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. So it'll probably look like this on this side. I might pick that up. And then just match this part again. But then right here will just be a window. So that's my planning abilities at their fullest. And then, I need more pillars. That's the first order. You don't understand how much time I spend mining quartz, because I could make like the pig farms, but I'm more of a builder. My abilities to build farms are like just watching the tutorial and trying my absolute hardest. And so I can't build those like big piglin farms or anything unless I just sat down and spent twice as long as anyone else. This redstone is not exactly my thing. Let's see. I need to craft more. I'm going to be using a bunch of pillars anyways. Let's see. Yeah, probably about that much. 16. There we go. I need to keep the quartz in my inventory. I need to stop putting away. And then this side, you always want it to be symmetrical. You don't want it to be like anything weird. So symmetrical. Both sides are, this side's even, and then this side's going to match that side. And honestly, I think I actually might add a door on this side and then have like a nice little hangout area where it's just like a chill little area in between the two buildings. Since there is like nice windows still, and this is on display, it just leaves like a little side area where you probably won't notice most of the time, but it'll just add some life. I might add like a little hot dog stand. It'll be cool. But that is not today. Yeah, this is why I keep the quartz on me. There. Okay, I just need to craft a bunch. I need to commit to it. See, counting is not exactly my best. I'm decent at math normally, but I guess just not today. Come on, there you go. That's not the right height. I can get it. There we go. And chiseled, or no, quartz bricks. Get that mixed up. They look pretty similar. See, there's probably a good spot to put this. Yeah, right here. Some more of these. Some of that. So I have a decent bit of quartz, but I don't want to use it all quite yet because I need to make sure if I want to add some windowsills or anything like that, I have a little bit left over. But it's mostly all just going to be on this bottom layer. It looks like the only sea lantern being overlapped is that one over there, so that's pretty good. And it doesn't matter if some of them are overlapped, because in the new update the lighting's different, because we updated our server kind of recently. And so before I had to have all these lights, but now it's like every like 12 or every 15 blocks. Like you can have way less lighting and still be good. So that's going to be really nice age for what I'm doing. Let's see, how many should we get? Probably, yeah, 20 is good. Then I have a feeling 20 was not good. It is going well though. Okay, yeah, that was really close actually. One block, not too bad. Is there another block here? No, okay. Need to craft it again. See, this is why I hate mining quartz. Let me check my statistics. Oh yeah, I got this cool statistics thing here too. This is sick. It shows like all sorts of stuff. Which, time played. Nice. Oh, 0.05 days more and then it'll be, that's cool. I'm at 10.32 hours. Not bad. Let's see here. Actually, let's go to mods real quick. Killed 25 ender dragons, but that's not what I'm here for. Let's focus up. There it is. 5,640 nether quartz ore. I've mined so much nether quartz in my time on the server, which makes sense. I have like well over 1,500 hours now, and you expect stuff like that to happen. Man, placing glass is so much nicer when it's just that like, little like the 2x3s or whatever. When you have to put one in the middle layer, you gotta line it out just right without messing up. Man, I guess this is a good time to start just talking about life. I had a jaw surgery recently. It's been really interesting. I'm better now, but the recovery, I mean, it wasn't fun, but it went way better than it could have. Because there was a chance I could have to do like bone reconstruction stuff and all sorts of other stuff, but I ended up only needing that one time surgery, nothing else. It was because like a traumatic bone cyst, and if you don't know what that is, I don't blame you. I didn't know either until I had the surgery. a traumatic bone cyst is like when you're little, if you trip and fall a bunch, or maybe you played baseball a bunch and you just every so often hit your head, hit your chin, then it could form like a little tiny air pocket, and then eventually it becomes like a problem later on. That's all it was for me, which I tripped and fell all the time when I was little. So I mean, it completely checks out that I would have that, but it was not fun. Would not recommend it. But it was a very smooth recovery. I had a lot of people praying for me and stuff. It was really nice. Oh, but yeah, I added these things down here with like the blue and the cyan terracotta, just so that it kind of closed off this area down here, because you know down here there's just a bunch of messy stuff, and I don't want you to be able to see that from up here in the top part of the base. Then I also went ahead and added a second one of these things, because I built that one a little while ago, but I needed to be symmetrical. I'm probably going to build one there, you got all four. But that's some of that progress. I'm going to need more spruce trapdoors. This is a start though. Just go ahead and place this one too. And I'll probably need some on this side. Oh wait, what am I doing? This is gonna be a door. Oh man, that's one too block too many. I should have started in the middle. See, I am really great at planning ahead. And if you knew me in person, you know that it is entirely true and not made up at all. Let's see, now I just gotta get more spruce. And it's gonna be a decent bit. I'm not gonna hold back. Let's just get that many. That was way less than I expected. Hold on here. Is that it? Is that 6 more? Yeah, it is. Okay. So I have 16. Not bad. It's not like a crazy amount, but that's pretty reasonable. And now I can fly back on over. I use so many rockets, but I have a pretty insane rocket farm at this point. Rockets don't have a whole lot of value. Oh yeah, I'm good. Sorry, my head hurt for a second there, trying to think of how that was gonna work. You see, realistically, I'd want this to be right here, but then if you expanded the grass to be here, then there's gonna be that empty block, because this trapdoor's here. You can't have two trapdoors in the same block, and I'd rather have it go trapdoors all the way around. Oops. And then place up our grass. And that's perfect. I did not mean to do that, but it worked out. And you got this nice little alleyway thing. I might put a dumpster there or something, just to fill in, add some stuff to it. I'm not sure what's gonna go on the inside of the building yet, but I'll probably add like a bit of a walkway structure, like not a permanent roof, but something I can walk on while I'm designing stuff. So let's see here. Yeah, let's get some slabs going. And that, I can go ahead and put away the grass and azalea. Oh wait, the jaw surgery, I kind of stopped talking about that. I had to eat just a bunch of ice cream stuff for a couple days. And you see, ice cream is delicious and it's awesome at first. But like for me, I have like some problems with like blood sugar dropping and all that, where like if I don't eat enough like real food, I can start getting like shaky or even like pass out, just because just blood sugar problems is just kind of genetic stuff that runs in the family. And so for me, I kind of need to eat real food. So I was at like my birthday party, and I was eating just cake and ice cream, and I just being super careful because that's all I could eat. Sugar started dropping. It was bad, but I got some ramen and I was okay. So it's not a real moral to that story, just yeah, it's not fun, but life's okay. I'm a lot more fortunate than a lot of people are, and I can't complain on that, because there are definitely people out there who have it way worse off than me. I have like a nice family, nice house, and you know, life's good. I'm trying to plan out the best way to do this, but I'm like out of ideas right now. I forgot, how am I gonna do this? I need to look back at the photo. Oh, okay, I see. So he has it where above the doors, there's like, I need more quartz, don't I? I'm gonna go broke when it comes to quartz very quickly in this, but he has it where there's like a extra little height above the earth, like a smaller window. See, that's enough. And then there's like 2 here, and then that all the way across, and then he has like the glass. That was not enough. See, I'm great at planning ahead, like I said before. But that should look pretty nice to add like some extra little light. There he goes. And now I need to go ahead and work on this next part right here. So the way he does it, he just has these kind of things, or it's like a little bit of wool sticking out, and that usually looks alright. But I feel like what I'm going for is kind of like a slightly more modern looking building than what he was going for, a little bit more sleek, and I'm not sure how well that'll look, but I might just test it out. Maybe I'll use like a green instead of like a blue. Actually, no, I'm going to be using terracotta. I'm using that bluish terracotta. I'll just go with blue. It'll be okay. Oh yeah, my wool farm. I moved it down here, and it's insanely fast. I got all this stuff. Let's see here. Probably this one. Cyan usually looks pretty good. I don't have anything to throw out, do I? Oh yeah, wool. Okay. I'll just unload some of my wool to here. I have no inventory space. Okay. Just use this wool in a different way. Okay, now I got more inventory space. Let's see, I'm gonna go cyan, and I should have waited to pick these items back up. I don't really show as much behind the scenes on how I build stuff, but this is how it usually goes. Just a bunch of an organized mess in my inventory. I slowly build and just think things through. And I don't know, people say they enjoy just kind of being there and enjoying the ride as I build stuff. And if people like that more than the high edit stuff, I mean, I don't mind. It's kind of fun just sitting and talking and just thinking about stuff. Let's see. This year's a leap year, actually. Kind of forgot about that. Because 2024, potential to have a new president, potential to not. I'm not going to comment on any opinions about president stuff. I'm not going to get into that on YouTube. I feel like it'd be best just to not really bring my opinions into politics. I mean, because I can't really say that any options are always great, especially with the current system. So, and I really just think that a lot of the time, neither option for either side politically always feels like the best we can do to vote for. And I don't know, which I can't vote yet. I'm still under 18, but it's gonna be hard to decide. Which, as you get older, you find out the world's not as nice of a place as you'd want it to be. Because I always always try to do the nice thing. I'm not always in that best mindset, but usually I always try to like maximize being nice, being the better person, and you find out that's not how the world works most of the time, and it's always a bit disheartening. I'm really losing my voice just from talking. I haven't just sat and talked in a while. I used to do this like every day for my Bible plan, but I haven't been doing it as much lately, and you can tell. Man, okay. Let's think this through. There. Now I can kind of cheat it on this side. Instead of using quartz, I'm going to use wool to save blocks because I'm fresh out of quartz pretty much. And then, do I go for glass here? I'm going to say so. And once again, cheat it a little bit using some clover placed wool, because nobody's going to notice the wool if it's on the inside. Actually, I don't need this wool right here. I can get rid of that. Oh my. This wool will be nice though. I can eventually replace that wool if I have to. If I get more quartz, I probably will. But right now I'm flat broke in quartz. You see, in building, especially in survival, you can usually get away with being a little bit cheaper, a little bit more conservative about your stuff. You don't always need to spring for the most item consuming stuff just because you want it to be fancy and you want it to be real. There's always a balance you have to find, and you can always be smart about stuff and like save materials here and there. And there's no problem with that. I mean, if you can build 2 cool buildings and make them official with good blocks, or build 3 cool buildings, but they're with like cheaper blocks. I'd rather have 3 cool buildings. I don't know about you though. So I'd spring for the slightly cheaper option. You know, I'm not going to use wool. I'm going to use concrete. I feel like concrete you can get a little bit more away with than wool because it doesn't have like too much texture to it. It'll just kind of blend in. Let's see here. Okay, maybe it does. It's kind of like that has more of a blue color. This has more of like the saturation, like yellowish, not really yellow, but it's a little bit more that way. Let's make this concrete too. You see real buildings do this all the time where they use cheaper materials and you don't see it. And they just want to make the outside look fancy where you are going to look, because there's no point in wasting material on more expensive stuff if no one's going to even see it. And I mean, from the outside, this stuff looks nice right here. Yeah, this looks really nice. I'm liking that. And then do like this cool little wavy thing. You get up there. Let's see here. I'm probably gonna cut the video for a second or something. I gotta check to make sure it's still recording, because sometimes I forget to hit record. I don't want to record too much without actually doing anything. Or I don't want to go without recording too much. I don't know, my brain's not working right now. Does that look good? No, it's not look good. Ow. I can do this better. Let's see here. Is that quartz? No, that's wool, okay. I can be smart about this. I can make this look better. So if I want that little like wavy look, I start off right here. That and that. And then I go there, there, there. Yeah, I guess that's a bit better. Maybe I just go flat across the top to have a nice little like line where it separates the top layers and the bottom layers, so I can stack stuff up for the actual building part on top of this. And I might make this wrap around a block, just like that. Or maybe like that, right? Like this. Yeah. And then that just has a nice little extra details there. Okay, that's cool. I'm liking this. Where do I go from here? The actual building part. Man, my brain is so disorganized. Let's think about this very carefully. Let's get some base blocks. I can go back and add extra textures later. But right now, the most important part is just getting the foundations laid, making sure I like how it's looking. And I've also been spending a whole bunch of time on gearing up on like items and stuff, because I wanna have as much netherite stuff as possible, because we haven't updated to the newest update yet. But in that newer update, it is so much harder to get netherite stuff, and I wanna have netherite stuff. And I mean, oh yeah, I already got like four like netherite swords in my inventory. I need to put those away before I lose them. But netherite stuff is so insanely useful, and when it becomes more expensive, it's gonna be way more valuable on the server to sell in like shops and stuff. I'm just trying to get ahead on that. because I'm a major capitalist. I'm making money every chance I got because I'm an absolute baller. Let's see. So the way he does it, he has it like where it's like every two, like that, and then like the walls are block in. Oh, and then he also extends this part of the wall out like that. Huh. Okay. I'm trying to think. What's the best way to do this? So, first off, walls extend out a block on this part. I don't think I like the way of like the windows every two. I think the windows should roughly match up more with the way. Also, I gotta be careful because this part, there. Maybe how many blocks is this? 1, 2, 3. Maybe could I do 3? No, there's a fourth one. There we go, like that. So it's not quite the same matchup. I'm not sure if I'm liking this thing hanging over all the windows right there, but it is what it is for right now. And then I'll probably make these like that height over there, same kind of style with like the, what's that called? The nice cool windows. I'll probably do those with the stone bricks. That's the word. But for now, let's just get up the actual building. And I probably want it to be right about that same height, and then just cap it off with that layer of stone brick. Okay. Do I have any on me? I do not. Get some more out. Oh, I'm running low on stairs. Okay. I'm gonna find that height because that's useful. Wait, no, I did this wrong. So it's like this. And that's how it looks. And then this side is also gonna be like that, so gotta remember that. Nope, this is not gonna. I'm trying to think ahead right here, and my brain hurts. So my head's right there. So my head's right here. And my feet are in this block. Now my feet are on top of the final block. Okay. So the stairs would be like roughly right along here. Should I outline this in quartz? Or should I just outline it with, or not really give it an outline? Because this one over here has that nice quartz outline to it on this side. I don't know, probably not. Oh my gosh, I cannot place blocks. One at a time. That's one more, isn't it? Okay. So that's roughly the final height for now. Got that part sorted out. Get this up to here. And now I think it's time for this part at least. So the way he does it is like that. And on this side I'll do the same, I guess. You want it to be symmetrical. And then that. And then he just kind of swaps back and forth now. Like that. And that adds up nicely. I'll do it the same way over here. Get rid of this one. And then let's take a step back. And, I mean, it's not really looking bad, but I also am not very far ahead. Which I think those stone brick will need to cover that top part there. But that does give me a good idea. I think the stone brick stairs will also be moved out another layer. But once again, this is just all for giving me an idea of what it's going to look like. Honestly, I think I might go for 2 big windows like there, so I can have those. So, gotta find the center line. Is it a 2-block center? Let's see. That is 5, and is this 5? Yeah, it is 5. Okay, so there will be just like that. Oops, I don't need to do that there. So that'll be stone brick, and then the stairs going out down here, and the extra glass in the middle. Yeah, that'll look nice. Okay. This is my thought process for most of my builds. Welcome to my brain, I guess. Let's see here. Moving on. Let's look at some of my this side right here. Looking at this side, that. Go ahead and do it over here too. Crap, did not mean to break that. It's kind of insane how I can just tank hits at that certain point. Like once you hit a certain point of armor, like nothing can hurt you. See, that's the same height there. I have to double check myself so many times. Let's see, is that adding up? It should be standing. Am I a block off? No, that's right. I think I'm throwing myself off by trying to look ahead and think ahead about it. Okay, so 2 more blocks. There we go. Now that's should all be even. And I can get these parts built up for sure. And go across, but I'm not going to go across yet. And then I'm not going to do this part either. And this part, go up here. Actually, let me double check. Okay. It looks like it's still recording then. Wait, let me check again to make sure exiting it didn't stop it. Okay, so we're still good. Hopefully. If this isn't recording, then I guess it's just a good way to get me actually in the mood for building. Because I can convince myself to start working on a project again. It's for a video. I have a lot harder time getting the will to actually build stuff if I'm not making a video. This just helps. That's always a trick, is if you don't know what to build, or you just don't feel like building one day and you have a YouTube channel, just build for a video, and it always makes me feel way better about making stuff. It's just so much easier. Now this part is that's kind of a weird way to do it. Maybe can I just like double thick walls and then yeah, I guess that'll work. I need to take a step back after I do all this and see how I'm liking it so far. Oops, is that block too high? Yes, it is. Okay. And then last one. I got on a rant about talking about myself for a little bit, and then I just kind of stopped giving details. I don't know why, I just kind of did. Let's take a look. I don't know. With windows, that could look okay. And honestly, I'm really liking where this is coming so far. I think it does look roughly what I was going for. It's so much easier than this one, because you had to get like mushroom stems for that part, and then all of that quartz. It was just an insane amount of quartz. And this part, it was just the base. I was mining like once. I don't know what I just did there. But trust me, if it looked cool, it's on purpose, and if it looked bad, it was on accident. Get this part built up. I think I talked about in my last video about like the ancient city stuff, but I explored it recently, and now I got this like Swift Sneak. Swift Sneak is so useful, which isn't even recently at this point. I mean, it's been like a month or two. Actually, it's been more than that, man. Time passes fast when you're not paying attention, but it's still fun. But I mean, time passes fast, and you know, that's how you can know something's fun, if you don't realize how quickly things are going by. But you don't waste your time. Don't spend your whole life wasting time. Don't let your life pass away. But also, like, don't always limit in the past. That's my best advice I can give you. If you always limit in the past and how good old times were, you always miss about right now. Because like I was thinking about just like last year and how fun that was, hanging out with my friends on Minecraft on this world. And then I thought about how last year I was thinking about the year before, and how fun the year before was, and how it wasn't the same. And then I saw other people talking about similar stuff, and you realize, like, you don't pay attention, and you always think about, like, what happened earlier on, what used to happen, and all the good stuff that used to go on. You miss what's going on right there in the moment. You have friends you can go hang out with, or maybe you don't have many friends and you have trouble going and making new ones. And that's definitely not the best situation. But if you have trouble making new ones, you don't always just sit around never trying. You know, if your answer is like, I have trouble making friends, so I'm just not going to, then yeah, don't expect to make friends, because if you never try, you're never going to. And I'm kind of socially awkward a lot of times, but I found that just forcing yourself to make those hard decisions and do the things you don't want to do, if you get used to just sitting around all day and being content with stuff that's not always enough and not always the best, and you're just like, it's good enough all the time, start falling behind and you start worrying so much. But it's not always the best mindset. If you stop taking care of yourself, you fall apart. Is that good? Get in there. I want these windows to look similar to those. And then I have the cool design on there. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that cool design. I'm making on that side first, so if it looks bad, it's not a big deal. But I mean, if it really looks bad, I'll take it down. But if it only looks kind of bad, I'll leave it up and just improve it on the other side. What am I doing? I need to use a stone cutter. Stone cutters are so much better for stairs because it saves so many materials. And I almost wasted all of that. Let's see, there'll be glass right under that part. So stairs there. Ooh, actually, I really like this pattern. That pattern over there is cool. And then, let's see, how does this go? Stair facing in, stair facing in. And then you got the blocks going across on top. And then you also got the, oops, you gotta place in these somehow. Let's see here, that down there, there. Let's see, maybe I get rid of that part back there. How does that do it? Yeah, that's just has straight blocks right above it. I do like it. I think I might replace those up there with the andesite, just to change it up a little bit, so they just all just blend right together. Because sometimes when stuff blends together too much, you kind of miss out the extra details, and you don't want that too much. Get my food back down here too. I need to be eating. Actually, I don't have healing. I can save some food. Oh yeah, that's one way. Save food. See, this stuff, it'll give me 3 hunger bars full. So if you have healing and you're not going to die, then just wait until you actually drop 3 hunger bars instead of eating immediately, so that you can save food, and you go through food so much slower. And that has saved me so much recently since I started doing that. Now, honestly, I really like that. I don't think it's bad. I think I'm going to get rid of these stairs up here. Oops. I'm just kind of doing my own thing at this point. It's always helpful if you ever have a block, look at other people's stuff. I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking a bunch of inspiration for other people. I mean, don't just, if you straight up copy their stuff, you know, give them credit. Like in the video where I actually made that stuff, I linked his channel. I can't remember the guy now, but it was fun to watch his videos. I can't really condone it. I don't know if he does like bad stuff. I've only seen some of his Minecraft content, and so if he does do anything bad, I'm not condoning the guy who made that. I'm not condoning his videos, but at the same time, the stuff I've seen of him so far, It's pretty cool. That's about the best way I can put it, because I don't want to like encourage something if it is bad. I don't know the guy personally, but from his videos are cool. Let's get back up here, place some more blocks. I somewhat recently learned to solve Rubik's Cube, which it's been a couple months now, but I'm bringing that up because now I know how to solve more than just the standard is it 2x2. Now I can actually, or not, I learned more than the 3x3. Now I know how to do a 2x2. And if you don't know what that is, most likely you don't solve cubes. A 2x2 is just like a 3x3, except it is, and like a 3x3 is the standard Rubik's Cube you'll see, because it has 3x3 on the actual pattern. It's like three like tiles tall, or stickers, or whatever it is, depending on the cube, and then three wide. And so it's people call it 3x3, but I learned to solve a 2x2 on top of it, which 2x2 is easier, but not near as easy as it looks. But it helps if you already know 3x3 and you already know some of the more complex stuff like Y perm and T perm. Just knowing stuff, basics like that, will make it far easier to learn 2x2, because it was just a couple of algorithms and then a couple of things to do differently than the 3x3. Because I already knew how to solve the first layer, so all I had to do was just learn to solve the second layer. And so that was fun. And I've gotten better at 3x3 as well. I think my best time is like 36 seconds. No, not 32 now. I haven't timed myself in a little bit, but that's only on official scrambles. I've probably done better on like unofficial stuff, but if you don't have an actual computer generated scramble, most people won't count it. But I'm usually not getting 30s. That's very rare right now. I'm usually like more, I think it's like I like to say mid 40s, but it's usually high 40s. And sometimes low 50s, but you know, it just depends on how I'm feeling, if I had a warm up or not. There's a whole lot of variation, but it has been very fun. Like, I didn't realize how much there is to solving the Rubik's Cube until I actually did it. And you know, your entire like viewpoint of a Rubik's Cube is completely different once you know how to actually do it. How should I go about this? That puts me right there. Oops. Oh man, I fell. I'm gonna be smart here and go ahead and sleep. Okay, I'm back. I had to take a quick intermission just because I was getting thirsty. I needed some more water, and also just had to talk to some people real quick. But all that is over now. Oops. Which I kind of got off. I'm not on my A game right now. Let's see here. Okay, I haven't done really much. I just finished up this window real quick, and then I'm working on the next one. And this should go pretty fast. I'm almost done. You see, once you get that first little bit going, these parts, they look so complex, but they're so much easier once you get in the groove of stuff. Like just building windows goes really fast, and building up the walls, all that. Building up the walls is usually the easy part, unless you have to get weird blocks like those mushroom stems, or like that wooden skyscraper over there. That thing took forever just because it was super expensive, and I don't have a wood farm. But it was fun making, and it was also like 2 months in order to get all the materials and actually build it all. But it was definitely pretty fun. Let's see here. Another window down. I need to add. I can't aim. There you go. Spartan, a little bottom still. So, I need to add the glass, and I'm forgetful right now. Don't have any more glass out. Here. So there. Okay. Well, I'm not sure if this video is going to get uploaded before a skyblock video, but the skyblock video was filmed first because they're filmed pretty close to each other. I filmed that thing up the skyblock up there, but it requires a tad bit more editing, and I was having some trouble importing it, so I may just go ahead and upload this one, but I may get around to uploading the skyblock one. I'm just not sure. So that was a fun video to make, and I might come back and make another skyblock video. I'm not sure yet. Do I like this? That's always a question you gotta ask yourself, and I think I am. But the main thing is, how is it gonna look once it's all done? Like, I don't entirely love it right now, but at the same time, I think once I add more, it may need some like light gray instead of black windows, but I'll get there eventually. Let's see what's next. Right here, how do I want to do this? I think I might just go somewhat simple with this. How about like something like that? I'm not sure if I like this, but it doesn't hurt to test. That, and then bringing this all down a block or two, and just add those. Okay, let's take a step back. Okay, that does look, it looks like a big forehead up there where it's just that empty space. Huh. What should I do? I think let's add some cool little details around here. Maybe like the second window that you see a bunch where there's like the, let's think this through. My advice with building is just play around with it and never be so locked onto one idea or one design that you won't change anything, because sometimes things just don't look right, or things may not match stuff that you already have in your builds, and even if it looks good for someone else, it may not look good on what you have built. So never be afraid just to change it a little bit, but also you need to get used to building where you can know when stuff needs changing or not, but you don't always know. Sometimes you have absolutely no clue what to do, and then in that case, like I am in right now, just play around with it. That's about all I can tell you. I mean, it's all right. It'll work for now. And then I guess I'll just match it on the other side. This is the part that's hard because I'm trying to do it myself, and I don't really need a tutorial because it's not too hard. But it doesn't hurt to have a reference image here. I don't have a reference image for this part. I'm starting to regret that. That is the right block, okay. So, oh wait, did I make this? Okay, this needs to go up here. And then those three. And then bring that all two down. And then add that here. Just go ahead and add that. That part. And I'm probably not going to add as much detail on this side because it can be a little bit more bland. As long as there's some detail, it's usually fine. Because you'll actually see that a whole lot. Like it's kind of weird whenever you see like the buildings that are supposed to look nice and kind of old and fancy, but then you look at them from the side and they're like a bunch of concrete on one side, but then on the front side they look like that nice historical like rock color and all that. It's kind of funny, but it's weird because you don't ever think about it. But I mean, there's no point in wasting money to make something look old-timey in a part that no one's ever gonna see, or anything. Things like that. I cannot speak. Things like that are always things you can consider doing with your builds, and it just depends. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot what I was doing for a second there. You can tell I'm running out of glass whenever I'm resorting to taking it from my storage system's like sorting part. Oh, I forgot to make this part mob proof. There could be mob spawning with this at any time, and that is not optimal. Oh yeah, that's something I forgot to do, is just adding. No, I'll not worry about it right now. I think this part does need some glass here. I think that makes it look a little bit better. Oh yeah, I forgot spiders can climb walls. Well, it's dead. I'm too short. Oh my, I'll have to make this work. I can only steal so much of my stained glass before I'm out. You need to have some in your storage system so that you don't do that. Basically, just don't be like me and don't go in the wrong building. The server is getting quite a bit older now. The server was first made in like November of 2021. Like this year, or not November, I think it was like September. So this year, it's going to be 3 years old, and it's weird because it does not feel like that. But at the same time, I also haven't been making videos for 3 years on this. I think I've been making videos for maybe like a year and a half now, or even less. So as the audience, you probably aren't missing a whole bunch, but for me, a whole bunch of times has passed. And for me, this is what I actually do. It's not just checking in every so often as I make progress. I'm actually the one making the progress, and it's been fun. How do I want to do this roof? I think I'm pretty happy for now with this main texture. I don't mind it. I think I might bring this part all the way over because I don't like how it has that weird cut off there. Yeah, I'll probably do that, but not right now. Roof. I think I might look back at that reference image. Okay, I see how you did it. I actually kind of like that. I like that. Okay. So, the first thing, I probably need to bring everything up another layer. Okay. Let's go ahead and get these placed so I don't forget about them. This may be a waste of blocks, but I don't know. I think I might have gotten too many blocks, which usually doesn't happen. But I always forget how cheap the actual walls are, since you never realize how the majority of the walls are just glass and stone, and how little of the walls are actually the material it looks like. But do I like this? Probably. What do I need? Oh yeah, I need some polished andesite stairs. I may do some redesign for these roads. I'm not sure if I like how these roads are looking right now. They look good for this stuff, but I'm not sure how they'll go along with this. And this part probably needs its own special type, but we'll just have to see for that. See, so the way he does it is he kind of like swaps back and forth like this, and then I got to make sure it's lines up on both sides. Let's see over there. Okay, top down. That's that way, and then there. I'm just gonna go right on the edge, so no matter what, I'm always good. Let's see, does this add up? No. Okay. So bring it to the middle. Right here's the 2 middle blocks. Okay, and then what am I doing? This is supposed to be the other orientation. And this one is too. And these two can be top down. Nice and easy. And then what he does on top of that, and for this guy's roof that I'm looking at, is he just puts like a flat layer of like chipped and cracked stone bricks and mixes in some andesite and some stone. Put that right there. Just throw this stuff in here, randomly texture it. And don't be afraid. This is one thing I'm doing wrong right here, is making it where there's just a bunch of just one. You gotta make random splotches and make it look like it actually is kind of random. I probably need to, wait, there's a missing spot right here. I'm not sure what my thoughts are gonna be on this part. Honestly, I kind of like it. And then the very top layer is just extends one more block and kind of has, I don't know what the name is for it. It's like, I remember I used to know, kind of like how castles have the part where it's kind of has parts that are higher up and parts that are a little bit lower. And that, it looks like he used stone brick, but I'm not sure if I'll use it. And then I also got to remember this part is going to be block out, so this will be where it starts, and then it just goes like this all the way around. Need to make that one over. There we go. And that should be roughly what the building's going to look like in the end. I think it might be a little bit much on the actual stone side, but I think it might also be kind of nice looking. I don't mind it. I think gotta be open to it. Gotta make these cracked stuff last a little bit longer too. There goes that. Just kind of mix it around. Then a little stone. Do some regular non-cracked. One of these. Throw that in there. That. Okay. Now I got one all the way around. I think the only thing I lack now is just a couple more slabs. So I think that's it. And then I gotta make the actual roof on the very top, but I don't know. I'm probably not gonna decorate it today. I'm not really sure if that'll be too interesting. I can make that another video if you want, but I'll probably just decorate that in my own time later on. I'm not worrying about videoing anything. Is that the center? Oh, there's a one block center here. What did I do wrong? Oh, did I not make this stick out? I did. What now? Something weird's going on here. Oh yeah, no, I didn't make it stick out. I thought I did, but that's because I forgot to bring this part up. Wait, hold on here. Oh wait, yeah. I didn't bring this out of the block like I was supposed to. That's great. I forgot to bring this entire little segment back here out, which is mildly important. I'm not going to go back for those. I'm just going to play some. I'm just going to. There we go. Okay. That goes there. And then I can go ahead and just sort of mix them around, angle them a little bit, and have some nice textures. Let's see here. That's probably pretty good. That can go there. And that's fine. Good enough. Okay, now I can make it proper. You see, this part's always so annoying. Whenever you have to go like every other block is something, it always throws me off every time. I always manage to make it off by one, and then if something is off like this, it's very noticeable. My advice would, I don't really have any advice for that. If you're doing stuff like this, like every other one, or like you're doing like the floors out of like logs, and they're like those like checkerboard patterns. There's not really a good system in place. I wish I could think of stuff that worked better, but I can't right now, and I've had to do them a bunch, and I never like them, or I never like doing them. They always look cool once they're done, and that's the main thing that drives me to do annoying stuff, is how cool it looks once it's done, and how the temporary amount of work can have a more permanent kind of effect later on. I think I'm going to do the bottom slabs for this part of the roofing, just so that mobs don't spawn on the main part. They can only spawn on this outer edge, and then I'll just not block it off, I'll light it up. And then am I out? Okay, I'm out. Let's see, do I have any more slabs? I do not. You see, this is another thing I never really show in my videos, is getting blocks. I have methods getting different blocks, and my method of getting stone is just sitting here, which it goes pretty fast, but it's definitely not fun. But every time it breaks, I get 5 stone. I don't really need so much, so like a minute here is usually good. You know, content stuff has been interesting, because everybody wants different stuff, and for me, I like making high quality edit stuff, but I talk to people who watch some of my Minecraft videos, and they say that the ones they always find themselves watching, getting sucked into the most, is just, I'm just sitting there, I'm just playing, and it feels like old Minecraft. And when I hear people say it feels like old Minecraft, usually what they actually mean is that there's just that little bit of drive and like happiness that you see a lot of times. You don't usually see people playing it now. The way they play the game just isn't as slow paced. It feels like everything flies by, and it's not just that simple old game it used to be. And a lot of that is just editing, because the old Minecraft videos is all pretty much playthroughs. They might cut a little bit, but an entire video, maybe all they build is a medium-sized bridge. And then now in like those videos, they might build like 5 skyscrapers. They might double the size of their base. You don't know. And that's what a lot of people tend to say when it doesn't feel like old Minecraft. It's just so much stuff happens, and it's hard to take it all in. And I definitely do agree. Whenever my most recent video, just so much stuff happens, and you can never quite take it all in time. And I didn't record enough. Like, that's the thing. I want to make it feel like you're there in the moment, and it's all just happening. It's all fun, and you're just going along with it. But I just didn't have enough clips to record, and so I just kind of improvised and made it look like a high quality edit. I just cut it a bunch and made it kind of that slow paced. Or I didn't make it slow. I made it fast paced, because that's all I really could do. And I mean, I really liked the editing on it, but I didn't like just the feel it had. Whenever I watched it through on myself, I also agreed. I mean, it just doesn't quite have the same feel as the ones where I'm just kind of playing through and talking. Some of them can get boring. This might be a little bit boring because it's a long video. But I want to make it where the people who do watch have a good time, instead of making it where more people will watch it. Because instead of like trying to target everybody, I want to target people who actually would care and would have a good time from watching it, instead of targeting the people who probably don't care but will give me some quick views. And when you like make videos from that point of view, I feel like you're more happy with their content, just because, yeah, you may not be targeting everybody and you may not get quite as many views, but I'd rather be more specific to the people who actually care. Because there's no point in targeting a bunch of people who chances are they're not going to come back for other videos, and they may think what I build is cool, but maybe they're not gonna come back anyways. But at the same time, I also want to remember that I could be the only reason why people ever come to Minecraft, and if that's gonna happen, I want to make my videos entertaining enough that they don't have to get used to watching Minecraft content before they can come to me. I want me to be the one who introduces it to them, so that then they are comfortable with Minecraft stuff. I mean, kind of similar to the way you want to go about like Bible stuff. You don't want to, obviously, you don't want to like be doing sinful stuff. You don't want to be like living the wrong way in order to get an audience that isn't Christian beforehand, that you can like help like lead to Christianity. But at the same time, you also don't want to just be like hardcore Christian, say you have to be Christian first in order to come to me. You gotta find that balance, and that's really the best way to get more viewers, is just finding the right balance and knowing when the content is appealing enough to new people, but also getting the stuff done that you want to accomplish that's entertaining, and like 5 years from now still people will go back and watch it and still feel that same like little bit of nostalgia when they watch the older content. That's usually how it is. And honestly, I'm sometimes happier on videos that get 20 views, 10 views than some of the videos that get 100 views or 200 views, just because I know that I did it in a way that, so the people who do care, they're gonna like it more, and the people who do watch it and like respect it in the same way I do, those people are gonna have a fun time watching it instead of the people who don't care as much. And sometimes if you have to accept, either you're gonna get less views but sometimes be more happy with what you're doing, just not make YouTube a job, or you can try to target as many people as possible and probably grow a little bit faster, but you also may not be as happy with what you make. And I've accepted that for me, I'd rather make less views and make content I'm happy with. And that's fine with me, because I don't expect to get a whole lot of views anyways, and I can see, I guess, doing this as a job, but I don't see it as a likely option for my job. I want to go into stuff like architecture. Like, even from my base, you can probably tell I enjoy architecture stuff, because that's just something that I'm really good at. What is going on here? Okay, I got scared something was blowing up. These are just chests that aren't loaded in properly. It's always so scary when you see a bunch of redstone stuff. Whenever stuff isn't loaded in, it's terrifying. This stuff took forever to build. Let's see here, what do I want? I need... Oh, there's more chests over there that still aren't loaded in. 1, 2, 3. That last one. So that should be enough to make a stack of torches. I think I did my math wrong. Yeah, I did. But it's alright. Here we go. Okay. Wrong building. I'm gonna forget there's a second building down past for a while. It is nice having the space filled up already, because it had definitely gotten pretty empty, and you don't want to leave too much space empty, because it starts to be noticeable. At first, it's okay to have maybe some empty space so you can run around and enjoy the view, but if like this entire segment over here is empty, and that's not good. And I'm gonna work on that eventually. Oh wait, I forgot the glass. I'll probably do that once I turn off the video. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do interior stuff right now. I'm kind of need a break from building for a little bit, but I'm just gonna get these torches placed in and just take a step back once it's all nice and bright, because you want to make sure that stuff looks good at nighttime so that you don't have to go back later. You may think this is a lot of torches, and my response to that is yes, but at the same time, I don't play in max brightness. I could just turn on
narrator narrates all.
Oh no.
Narrator off.
Oh, okay.
Narrator narrates chat. Narrator off.
Okay, so I guess B is narrator and its brightness for me. That is interesting. I did not know that. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I could play in max brightness, but I like having different brightness levels. I like some stuff being darker, because sometimes I like to play on the different brightness levels. Sometimes I like to use that for the building, because it can add so much depth when you have different brightness levels. So I usually will go for that. You know, honestly, I really kind of like it. I think with an interior, this could look really nice. Which this stuff all needs interior, because I got the bottom level done for all of it. Like you can see, oh, there's missing stuff here. We had some new players we invited on, but then they just griefed a bunch of stuff, so they kicked them back off. But they stole some of the stuff from they stole my netherite armor stand right here too, and some of the items here. But that's not too big of a deal. I got the interior done for here. Then I also got this interior, and both of these are really nice. But then you go look up here, and I mean, it's just a hollow building, which I'm using it to start a villagers area, and it will be more filled in later. But right now it's really empty, and so it doesn't look near as nice. And you see all these super empty, open, huge windows is when you see nice filled in windows. You can see like what looks like beds, which the reason why I use wool instead of actual beds is because I'm pretty sure that beds disappear until they're loaded in. See, like that. So this helps you to always see the beds even if they're not loaded in. It just makes stuff easier. And that's another tidbit of information that I did not expect to be giving, because I don't ever think of this stuff ahead of time. It just kind of comes to me. That's, yeah, oh, if you're gonna go for like beds and builds that you want to look at from like not right on it, always build your beds out of wool. That is something I found out, and it definitely is a pretty helpful thing to do. Let's see, up here, yeah, I'm probably gonna go for the same. It's right there. Oh, I actually made that jump that time. And then up here again, I missed so many things. How did I miss the stairs on this side? I missed those stairs right there. I don't even have my torches. There's stairs. Okay. Can I make it from here? Yes. Parkour is not my thing, guys. Should make that clear. I'm a good builder. I'm okay at some redstone. Okay at PvP. But I mainly just build. And yeah, that's a really nice base. I like how it looks. It looks kind of sleek at the bottom, but at the top it also still has that nice, all that detail to it. That is a fun little building. It looks quite a bit different than the reference image I'm using, but I just mainly used it for the bottom part and the very roof, because roofs and bottom, the very start, are usually the hardest parts. But then once I actually got into the rhythm of stuff, everything just kind of came to me. That's my process for building these buildings, which I only do them every so often because I'm only in the mood for building buildings every so often. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll probably work on slowly getting rid of the wool and getting some more quartz there. But I'm going to be ending it there, guys. So, let me get a good angle. Nice little screenshot. I'll do all that later, though. That is the end of the video. I mean, pretty much just a straight playthrough. I did have like one cut just to take a little intermission. But thank you so much for watching. Remember, God loves you, and goodbye.